What up, survivors? It's Delilah barely surviving. My bad. Y'all know how I like to have my earrings in. I thought my last video was gonna be my last. I thought the last video I posted was gonna be my last video because if I'm not doing everything everybody else is doing as far as celebrity gossip or beefing with somebody, well, it's kind of like the same stories you hear over and over again. It's like you get no views. So this most likely, I know I said I was gonna take you on my health journey, but this most likely will be my last video unless something drastic, something more serious than what happened to me recently happened. Okay, so health journey. So not yesterday, Friday the 9th, I was laying here in my bed binge watching TV, and I told you before how I have a defibrillator in my chest. So I'm laying on my right side, and it feels like my defibrillator is moving. Like, it's just not right. And I've had it in my chest since 2015. Never had no issue with it. All of a sudden, it's hurting, and it's like it's moving. Then the longer I sit there, all of a sudden, y'all know I'm still partially paralyzed when it comes to the whole left arm and hand. My arm starts tingling and my left hand go numb. Never experienced that before. Even when I came through, even after my stroke, it was just I couldn't move it. No tingling, no numbness. I just couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't move it, should I say. I could do all this, but that was the whole left side. Whole left side. I get up to go to the living room. I unlock the door because I'm like, you know what? It's nothing. This always happens to me. So I'm like, maybe, I got some business to take care of. I had to come back and get my keys. I passed out. I called 911. They immediately took me in. I remember before, they used to ask you, oh, don't tell me dumb thing, it's that, whatever. I remember before, they used to ask you if you wanted to go to the hospital. They took me. And apparently I was like a priority too. They even put the IV in me, which at one point they stopped. So as I'm sitting on the stretcher, because for some reason, Bayview, now, for some strange reason, you can have an IV and sit in the hallway. They didn't do that before. Before, once you had your IV, you was not sitting in no waiting room. But I'm on the stretcher, I'm out of it. I'm like, okay, well, and this was the first time ever in the ambulance where how can I say it? They even was giving me fluid through my IV. I'm used to them giving me the the thing under my tongue, just in case I was having a heart attack. I'm used to them, giving me a bunch of baby aspirin, the little chewables. But no, this time they put an IV on me and was running fluids through me. So I'm like, is this kind of serious? So we get the baby, like I said, I'm on a stretcher. They still letting the fluids go. I'm on a stretcher, and I'm like, if they dare pull a wheelchair up to the stretcher, I'm just going to flat out leave. I'm just going to leave because they was there today. I was there the day before, and I thought, heart patients is supposed to be serious. The day before when I was there, all of a sudden my heart started racing, and I felt like I was about to pass out. A lovely woman that was sitting next to me goes up and tells the nurses this, and they're just like, oh, okay, well, somebody back there. 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, nobody come. So after a while, I get the strength. I just go up there because mind you, I can go to my chart and see all of my testing results. what amazes me is when it comes to my blood results, you see high, low. So y'all don't find that that's important. So when I go there to the little nurse's triage station, I'm like, can somebody just take this out of me? I'm leaving. The one guy was like, well, I'm looking at your results, and I guess you think they're okay, but when I look at them, since when certain things is high, like my blood count is like high, and like the white blood cells and stuff is low, that's normal? Whatever. He said, I wouldn't advise you to leave, but I can't force you to stay. Exactly. Take this IV out of me, and I'm leaving. So they did that, but then the next day, like I just said, all that happened. So they do a no, hold on. They put me in they put me in the bed, and because at first I was scared, y'all, because somebody was walking by with one of those wheelchairs, and I'm like, I dare them. I freaking dare them. I'm out of here. No. Then even my EMTs was frustrated. They was like, woo, this ain't nothing like Franklin Square. It's not. Of course it's not. So, because with Franklin Square, they took me right to the back. The security guard took me right to the back. But anyway, back to the hospital that y'all advise y'all not to go to. Excuse me. So I get back to my bed in the emergency room, right? Not immediately, but after a while, as I'm back there, they get a little transport, takes me to go get a CAT scan done. Okay. Got the CAT scan done. Then the lady actually comes to my room to do an x-ray. Mind y'all, like I said, I can go on my phone, the phone I'm recording on now, I can go on my phone and look at the results. So I'm reading them. They don't seem right to me, but whatever. So this is the first time this ever happened. The doctor automatically were keeping you. Like normally, they give it a minute. And like, mind you, this whole time, every single person that comes in that room, I'm saying the defibrillator site is hurting. That's what's bothering me. My defibrillator site and the fact that my whole left arm is tingling and my left hand is going numb. Never happened to me before. Okay, so that's what I kept saying. I got a room kind of fast, but actually it wasn't even a room. It's still part of the emergency room, but it's like a room that you have to yourself. So I'm like looking in there. I'm like, I've been in these rooms before, but there's nothing on the wall. The toilet looked funny. They don't even have where I can adjust the air. So I said something to the nurse about it. I said, is this a new room or something? She said, no, it used to be a psych ward room. That's why the toilet looked like that. There's nothing on the wall. And the AC thing is covered. What's the psych person gonna do with the AC? But whatever. I said it's hot in here, so she had them adjusted, which was fine by me. It was cool. And I said, I'm not gonna be in this room long, am I? So then she come in. She was like, you must be a psychic, cause you're right. They're on their way to get you. Okay, they get me. We go upstairs. I have a nice doctor, mind you, right? This doctor's cool. Like I said, I go on my chart to see any other tests because they're taking a whole lot of my blood. They gave me a drug test. Everything is negative. Everything. They test me for fentanyl, morphine, methadone, weed, all these other words I didn't know. Only one I did know was, I don't know how to say the whole word, but it's benzo. But I knew that was going to be positive because my anxiety medicine is a benzo. But they know that I'm prescribed that medication. So, okay, they let that slide. Doctor seemed kind of cool at first. He was really cool. Mind you, I keep telling y'all, I'm in a bunch of pain. Then when I was in the emergency room downstairs, they gave me an oxy. I get upstairs. This man gives me they give me Tylenol. You giving me Tylenol? You might as well give me an M&M and say, here, this will help your pain. Tylenol don't work for me. It don't even work for my toothaches no more. It don't work for my headaches no more. Like, I have a big thing of Tylenol, but it's Tylenol PM. Because when I take this to go with my sleep meds, it boosts it through. This was my psych doctor's suggestion. So I was like, okay, well, since it ain't gonna be nothing for pain, I said, okay, I'll take the Tylenol, but can I have my sleep medication to go with it? Because I'll just sleep off what I'm feeling. Okay, she had to wait for my sleep medication and my mood stabilizer. Okay, we wait. She wakes me up, y'all, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I went ahead and fell asleep. She wakes me up 3 o'clock in the morning to give me my mood stabilizer and my sleep med. I'm like, if you saw I was asleep, what's the point in waking me up to give me sleep medication? Kind of defeats the purpose, right? I take it anyway, knowing that when I wake up, I'm not going to be a happy camper. And sure enough, I woke up and I was not a happy camper, because that morning, there we go. That morning, I was pissed because I was still sleepy. You know, they did that shift change. Y'all, I was scared I was going to get this one lady that I kept getting. But thank God. No, not thank God, because this one was a terrible, terrible doctor. Don't remember her name. I don't even want to say her ethnicity because, you know, y'all sensitive about that now. But they send me this new doctor. You know, they do the usual. They check your, you know, breathe in, breathe out. Once again, I'm constantly telling these people, I've never experienced this before. This is something new. Y'all reading my chart and going by something that I said in my chart a year ago. But when I'm telling y'all what I feel right now, y'all don't want to hear that part. So she didn't touch none of this. They sent in a rheumatologist. Okay, I understand that because I have Behçet's disease. I don't know if y'all Google it. It's like an autoimmune disease. I'm looking at him when he told me he's a rheumatologist. I'm like, he even knows I was looking at him like it was crazy. And he was like, well, you know, they just told me to come in and make sure it's not a flare-up. Trust me, it's not. So he's asking me the normal Behçet's questions about my joints, ulcers. No. So then he leaves. He said, I'll be right back with my associate. So he do come back in with his associate. And she was like, I know you're confused. I said, yes, I'm very confused because I don't see why y'all are here. And even he said he noticed that I looked at him weird when he came in the first time. So she's like, because like he was like touching my body, and I'm like, ooh, ouch, that hurt. So both of them felt my defibrillator area. And the lady was like, I said, y'all are the first ones to touch it. So she's like, really? I said, yes, y'all are the first ones to actually touch that site, and it's hurting. So she said it didn't feel right to her. Something, like, there's something, she was like, it don't feel right. They definitely need to look at that. She's like, nobody? I said, nobody. They touching different places on my arm. I was like, ouch, ouch, ouch. Like, please, can y'all please stop it? But, you know, they're doing their job. So I was like, are y'all going to tell the Doctors that they say yes. She said there's nothing really we can do because we're rheumatologists, but we're going to let. I'm sorry, y'all, because the box I'm using is terrible. They said I'm going to let your doctor know because we're just rheumatologists. I said that's fine, as long as y'all let her know. They let her know. Now it's an ultrasound need to be done. So the nice guy does my. They send me down for ultrasound. First he checks over here. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get mad because he's probably checking over here to compare over here, but there's a difference. There's no defibrillator over here. There's nothing over here. It's over here. So he's checking it and he's like going down my arm, checking, doing all that other stuff. Because I do have a history of 3 blood clots I can remember. 2 in my lungs, which they claimed was gone. But last time when I went to another hospital, they saw a blood clot in my lungs still. And I just went to Bayview the day before. Oh no, you're clear, you're fine. I go to the other hospital the day after. You have 2 blood, but they magically appeared? No. Baby, y'all don't do your jobs. That's why I feel like maybe I do need to go to another hospital today. Because once again, I'm still in pain. Anyway, that's not the end of the story, y'all. So he's telling me, because y'all know they're not supposed to say nothing, but he was like, I don't think you have anything to worry about. I don't have nothing to worry about, but I'm constantly, even right now, like I told y'all, they post every single test, down to my x-rays, the CT scan, they post all of that. But I can't seem to find the ultrasound results. Why can't I find that? Baby shady, y'all. They're real shady. So anyway, the doctor comes in. She's like, oh, I'm going to talk to your nurse, but I feel safe about everything. You're going home. My nurse, she was like, no. I said, did the doctor talk to you? She said no, because she said, I have no say over that. But she, in her mind, she was like, well, no, not even in her mind. She said it out loud. She said, I don't think you should go. It's not good for you to go, because none of that was solved. We don't know why you're feeling the way you're feeling. I agreed with the nurse. They had just discharged my roommate, really cool lady. They just discharged her. And then some big black dude that I had never seen the whole time I was there comes in my room. You have a ride home? No. You're being discharged? Green Hill? He said, I'll be back. So he leaves. You know, I hear him in the hallway talking to my nurse. My nurse is confused. So, with her confusion, and she comes in with the paperwork and all that. This is the first time that the paperwork was fast, okay? It was super fast. Any other time, it takes them a good 30 minutes to an hour to even do the paperwork. I say I have no ride, but you know, they do provide the Lyft service now. Thank God it's not the yellow cab. But anyway, they apply Lyft services. So she go get the stuff to take my IV out. I was bleeding something terrible. Yeah, still on here because y'all know the left hand can't take it all. So I give her my address. She takes my address down. And then next thing you know, they said my ride downstairs. The tech is like, really? So she was like, because I'm cool with one of the techs, because she was there before when I was there. And she was like, oh, you leaving already? Nobody agreed that I should have been discharged yesterday. Nobody. But then I heard the text say they discharging a whole lot of people today. I even Googled in front of the cleaning people who was already cleaning my roommate room. She wasn't even gone a good 5 minutes, and they already in there cleaning it up. So in front of them, I was on the phone talking to my family member about how sucky that hospital was. I Googled out loud, because you know you can talk to Google. I don't talk to Sarah, I talk to Google. I said something about the number one, who's ranked the number one hospital in Baltimore, Maryland. This cleaning guy gonna say here. I said, He said, who? I said, John Hopkins downtown. When you look at the reviews for Bayview, it tells you Bayview is not a good hospital. Their numbers is low. I want that to get out there to him and anybody else that came in the hallway. So anyway, okay, we go fast forward back to she's wheelchairing me down. The discharge paperwork, I didn't want to sign it, but I just scribbled anything. My copy I threw in the trash. We go down, my ride is not there, and then they told her, like, you didn't get a text? Talking to my tech. No, she didn't get a text. I said, I ain't get no text about no ride. Then I get this weird phone call. I answer it. They say something about Kayla G. Who is Kayla G? I'm looking at my tech like, is your name Kayla? Because I ain't Kayla G. And she must have overheard what kind of ride it was going to be, because I really didn't hear that part. It was just stuck in my mind that they looking for a Kayla G. Getting my ride, I come home. I was just happy just to be home in my bed and to be able actually to sleep to be able to sleep and not have to give tons and tons and tons and tons of blood. Because this center, they was taking my blood constantly. I get home, I'm laying here. Once again, the arm starts tingling, the hand goes numb. I quit, y'all. I quit. The test that they want me to take the next month, I'm canceling it. If y'all don't want to find out, because I told doctors while I was there, so maybe they could do something when I was there, that I'm scheduled for a test at the main campus to see if I have disease within my blood from my Behçet's disease. I got a crazy look. Is it this or is it I said it's a picture scan. What did I do when I got home? I called the little number. I left a message and I said I'm canceling it. Whatever it's going to be is going to be. I don't want my cardiologist calling me. I don't want... No. I'm going to call and maybe talk to my primary care physician tomorrow about the fact that I'm in a lot of pain. And like, even it's still like hurting under here. And it's not outside pain because I had, hold on. They give you all these funky, I asked one of these funky things. You know, you crack it and it gets hot. So I used this yesterday. I put it up underneath my sports bra. That's why sports bras do that. That way I didn't have to hold it. I put it up underneath my sports bra. It didn't help. So apparently, whatever pain it is, this does not help. I called the hospital and asked for the complaint number. I called the complaint number. I left a message because nobody answered. I forgot today was Sunday because it feels like Monday, but I forgot today was Sunday. So then I left a message with, no, I didn't leave a message for my primary. I'm going to call my primary care tomorrow. When I tell y'all I'm done, I'm done. All doctors, my rheumatologist, I'm going to go to her appointment. Yeah, I'm going to go to hers because the flare-ups, when you get them ulcers in your mouth, and I went 3 days without talking before, and you really can't eat, you can't even drink water, because if that water touched that ulcer, whoa, it hurt. So yeah, I'm gonna continue pissed off that she's linked with Bayview, but I'm gonna go see her. It's either in August or September. I gotta call her office. But you know, I just wanted to give y'all a little health update and to tell y'all to stay away from Bayview. And like I said, it's my last video, so you know, when you get no views, it's like, what's the point? What's the point? That's why I didn't even do the Tupac last review, because I'm like, what's the point? Nobody watching it. But just like War in the Sun, I'm out of here, coach.